Okay, day 79 project is quite intense. I'm going to start the first thing we need to do images to create a subroutine that is going to create the usernames. Now we're going to start by importing the classics. Let's bring in OS and time. And we also need to bring in our Replit DB. And I'm just going to start by writing the subroutine for create user. So what I'm going to do here, and again, I've forgotten the def, which is why I didn't auto indent. That's a really good feature actually, because it reminds me every single time when I forget it. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to prompt for a username and a password. Now you could ask for the password twice if you want to, which is what most services do. I'm not going to bother with that. I'm also going to bring in the random library. Importing there. Bring in the random library so I can generate that salt. Now the first thing I might do is just do a quick check on the database. I'm going to bring in all the keys, and I'm very quickly going to go if username in keys print error username exists, and I am going to break, kick them back to the menu. In fact, because this is a menu, I'm going to do time.sleep 1, so pause it for a second at the top, and then do os.system clear there at the start. So just wipe that off. So ask for username and password. If the username's already there, I'm going to say nope. Otherwise, I'm going to generate the salt now. So salt is going to be random.randint, and I'm going to say between 0 and, so I wanted a 4-digit number, didn't I? So if it's a 4-digit number, actually it's going to be between 1000 and 9999. Okay. A big range for salt there, but of course computers can do big numbers really quickly, so you could make that really, really big if you wanted to. I'm then going to take the new password. I'm going to build that with an F string. I'm going to build that out of salt. I'm going to build that out of the password first of all, and the salt. Notice I'm not doing .lower or anything like that with my text here. It's because passwords should be case sensitive, really. Somebody wants that, and the nice thing about hashing is that uppercase baldy will be a different hash to lowercase baldy, and that gives you just more safety and more security, because there's more options for a hacker to have to go through to guess your password. Okay, so my new password now is going to be the hashed version of that, which is going to be the hashed version of new password. And then what I'm going to do is insert a value. Ooh, that was the wrong one. That was get a keys value. Insert a keys value. So the key is actually going to be the name, the username, and the password is going to be new password. All right, so that should allow us to do that. I'll print out something like user added, and then we'll go back to the main bit of the menu. I'm also going to write a subroutine for login, so we can take a lot of this from here. I'm going to copy all this, because we can reuse a lot of this here. So I'm taking the username and password. This time, if the username is not in the keys, then I'm going to, username does not exist, and I'm going to, actually I've put break in here, it's a subroutine. I just need to return. Break would only be useful for a loop. So I'm going to return salt password, cool, and then I just need to get db username, sorry, an if here. That's the same as my new password. Then I can print logged in, else print username or password. Okay, let's build our menu. Infinite loop, menu equals input 1 new user, 2 login, then an option for the user to type something in. If menu equals 1, and again I'm putting those in speech marks, I'm putting those in quotes because I haven't cast it. Then I need to do create user, else, hopefully I just called that one login. Let's double check. Looks okay to me. But let's start. Oh, I put a random slash in the wrong place, so I've forgotten the N. Start again. Okay, let's do new user. Let's do David and the classic Baldy1. Okay, added. You see we've got one key in our database. Add another user as well. Katie. I'm just going to do password. I'm also going to add another user to illustrate the point. Brian, who also used password as their password. Okay, login. David, Baldy1. Okay, so that doesn't seem to be working. So why is that then? Well, I'll tell you why it is. I didn't bother storing the salt. So let's very quickly delete all those databases and we'll start again. David, we have David, Katie, and Brian, wasn't it? David, Katie, and Brian. Run that. Didn't quite spell Brian that way. There we go. We should hopefully have 0 keys in here now. There we go, 0 keys. So what I'd forgotten to do was I just stored the password, which is all well and good, but actually I need to put that in a dictionary, don't I? So I have one that's password and also stored the salt. Okay, so that means the login works a little bit differently. The salt is going to be db username salt. DB username here, password. Okay, I'm going to add a secret third option just to help me out, where I'm going to get all keys, full key in keys, print db key. So I've got a secret third option there just to print out the keys for me so I can see if there's anything going wonky. 2 colons there, which is not what I want. Right, so I'm going to add my user, David, with the password Baldy1. I'm going to add another user, Katie, who's been unimaginative and used the password. Another user, Brian, who's been unimaginative and used the password. Okay, let's use secret option 3, and you'll see that we've got a bunch of dictionary values here. So we've got one here where the password's password. Sorry, where the password is this and the salt is this. This one, password is this, the salt is that. Password is this, salt is that. You'll notice that none of these hashes are the same, despite the fact that 2 of the passwords are identical. And that's because the salt is a randomly generated number that's different each time. Okay, let's see if I can log in now. The pièce de résistance. David. Baldy1. Woohoo! Done. Sorted. What more do you want? So, you should be able to build a reasonably secure login system now.